We started not knowing anything about how to form a union. So anybody, you do not have to know anything, just so you know, that's not a prerequisite for forming a union in your area.
A union is a group of unified people working to advocate for others that have a right and a voice. They're a power for good, a force for strength. They help the employers understand that people have rights.
I know that when I joined the union, I really felt like the union was a separate entity, and I felt really skeptical about this other entity, but the more involved I become, the more I'm realizing that it's all MFLCs united that creates the union.
I believe that a union provides us all with a collective voice and allows us to be heard better.
Making sure that we're getting paid what we're worth and that we're receiving benefits, basically to help us get by so we can live, so we can continue to do what we do.
We actually have more information now for you to get started on forming a union. You can go to the MFLCunion.org website.
MFLCs need a union because our companies do not have our best interest at heart. They are not making sure that we are safe on our assignments. They are reducing pay. They are reducing benefits.
One time when I complained about a $20,000 pay cut that I had taken, the quote from my supervisor was, "If you don't like it, leave."
The people that we work for have consistently changed our job classification. They have reduced our wages. They have cut our benefits. They have made statements that, and if we did complain, the statements that we would get in return would be, maybe this isn't the job for you, or that we are a warm body.
Our companies had brought in and done their anti-union campaigns leading up to, our election and whatnot, and we were told numerous times, like, hey, we want to be able to bargain with you directly. We want to be able to take care of you. And the funny thing about that was every single time I had an issue and I brought it forth, that definitely wasn't the case.
We are mental health professionals. We advocate every day for other people to take care of themselves, and our companies are not allowing us to do the same thing for our own well-being. And so we need this. It's actually not so hard to form a union. The first step is just filling out an A card. And then when a region has enough A cards, they can file for an election. And once enough A cards have been validated, the election is held and people show up and vote it in. And once it's voted in, you now have a union. It's not so hard.
The members run the union.
We are the union.
The members, the bargaining unit, runs the union.
We do. The members do. On the local, district, and national level.
It's all about us. The members are the union.
It's a misconception that the union is a separate entity from the MFLC.
The union is not an outside entity. The MFLC union is made up of MFLCs.
They've had lots of control for about 14 years over what they pay us, what our benefits are, which have been pretty nil.
As it stands right now, they get to call all of the shots. And that wouldn't be so bad if they actually cared about us, but our employers don't.
Being able to do whatever they want, however they want, with no ramifications, no one to answer to.
This is a very lucrative contract to have the military family life counselors.
They don't want to pay for health benefits for us that would help us as human beings. They want to take that money that should be going towards our health benefits and put it in their pockets.
The union gives us a voice at the table. It makes it much harder for the corporations that we work for to dictate to us and to make our decisions for us. It gives us the ability to come together as a group and have a voice. They've already taken so much from us at this point anyway. I'm really not sure what else we could lose.
Quite frankly, there's no way to lose any more.
They keep talking about how we'll lose communication with them and we'll lose the relationship with them. Well, I think everyone knows that we really haven't had much of a relationship with them. They pretty much have done what they want.
The dues come into about 2 hours a month of income. We don't pay dues until we've ratified the contract. They pay for the running and the functioning of the union.
The dues are going to be very insubstantial as far as what we will be increasing our salaries by.
We want to enter into bargaining with good faith. We want to be reasonable, we want our employers to be reasonable, we want everything to work the way it should so that we can provide services to our military families.
Strikes are a last resort. They're the last and most strongest tool in our tool belt. We can only go on strike if an overwhelming majority of our members voted to do that. The strike is being held as a result of an unfair labor practice. Our jobs are protected.
It's very, very rare. I think it's maybe in 2% of negotiating cases does anyone ever usually have to go out on a strike. So I feel strongly that we will never have to strike.
A union can help MFLCs empower themselves.
It provides us the opportunity to have a voice and a choice in what happens at our jobs.
For me as an MFLC, I want a voice. I want to know that the union will help me give a voice, and I believe it will get that.
We have power when we come together.
There is strength in numbers, and we have the numbers. We've just never collectively gathered them so we can have that one strong voice.
Give us back a sense of control of our own lives and careers, to give us a voice so we can finally be heard.